and welcome back to part 2 of Vixen Plays Rimworld. Last time I played part 1 and we'd just seen the Mama Fox, Mama Veritas. She'd headed off into the wilderness with her 2 children and found a safe spot after rescuing them from a life of slavery. So here we're going to continue their story and see how far they get setting up the defences. So it's going well so far. We have the 3 dire wolves, I believe they are. Spirit wolves, okay, 3 spirit wolves, quite happily pottering about. I believe Butterscotch is the one with asthma. He now has major asthma in his right lung and minor asthma in his left lung. So at some point, hopefully, we'll be able to give him a transplant at some point, all being well, but it's not going to be anytime soon, so hopefully he won't die before then. So good old Rozoa is patiently hammering away at the initial defences we're having set up here at the bottom, and Veritas and her son Davul are playing a nice game of horseshoe. Now, as always, I will set the speed, not the timer. I will set it to fast as soon as they go to bed, and we'll start looking at what we can do next while they sleep. I could actually speed it up now, because there is no need to be watching them enjoying themselves with their recreation. Now that all of them are not in a bad state at all, the mood bar is half full. Veritas is very happy. She's still quite optimistic. Rozoa again is also very optimistic, and things are going well so far. So hopefully we won't be hit with anything too major. Now I do play this with Randy Random. Usually he's pretty brutal on the playthroughs that I play, but he's actually not been too bad this time. So far at least, but it is still early days. We are still only just into the first week, or maybe just past the first week of the colony's founding. So we'll see how it goes from here. So we'll just speed it up a little bit more. Davul is up and about. He's had something to eat and he's gonna go have a quick wash. That's from the Dub's hygiene mod, which is really cool. It just adds another layer of depth to the whole game, which personally I love. Makes it a little bit more difficult. So Davul is certainly keen to work. Quite happy hammering away there. Veritas and her daughter Rozoa are still sleeping. Now we really should get some form of crops growing. We'll see if we can get them started at least, because although it's a permanent winter, as it says in the bottom here, the outdoor temperature is 31 degrees, so for permanent winter I think that's a pretty high temperature. So I'll have a look at some of the crops we can grow. Now I am going to pause it while we take a look at the crops. I have a couple of add-ons where it adds more crops to the base list basically, and just to add a bit of variety to the game and some more recipes. Now, we're going to go for, I think we'll put some carrots in on one plot, because you can make, once your cooking skills at like 15 or so, you can make a nice big pot of stew, and you need carrots for that, and potatoes also. Now I believe there's also, we can grind some corn to get cornmeal. I'm just seeing if this one's got wheat, to grow wheat. I don't think, oh there it is right at the bottom. We'll also plant some wheat as well because we can make bread. So we'll just set that to go again and see. I don't know if I actually have anyone assigned to planting. Okay, we have Rozoa. And she is currently hauling sandstone chunks back to the stockpile. Now it is just a basic stockpile at the minute. As you can see, I've got a couple of beehives. I haven't actually played around with the honey mod and the hive mod that I've got, but we'll see. We'll see how far we get into this, whether or not we get destroyed. Who knows? So we'll speed this up a little bit again. I think I'm actually going to set Veritas to cutting stone blocks just to try and speed the process up a little bit. Now it says we've got low food, but we've actually got 13 meals, so it's actually not too bad right now. Now Rozoa is planting the carrots. And Darvel is hauling the sandstone. Is it sandstone or is it granite that I chose? Oh, it's granite, is it? No, it's sandstone. Although granite is technically harder than sandstone, we'll use sandstone, just for the giggles. They're not actually making bad progress with this. But I am, again, going to set Darvel a task list of hauling the rest of these up there, just to sort of streamline the process, I think. And here he goes, ready to collect them all. So hopefully with a little bit of teamwork, Veritas will cut the stone, Rozoa will grab them and keep building. Have a nice little production chain going on here. How's he getting on? He still has 6 more to haul, that's not too bad. Now we're getting somewhere. We're getting some nice progress so far, nothing too terrible has happened. So I'm hopeful for the future of this colony so far. Now let's just do a quick scout of the map and see if there's any dead animals around. Because as I mentioned previously, there's one. So we'll grab that. Now these megalanias seem to be quite voracious eaters and aren't scared in the slightest of their fellow fauna that is strolling around the map. They also seem to eat quite a lot, so if we don't grab the body soon, then I'm assuming it will go back and it will finish off what's left. So I am actually going to send Veritas down to pick that up, and hopefully she'll get there before it decides to finish it off. Here she comes. And she's got it without too much trouble. Now I'll just do another quick scout round. I mean, they are at the minute scavenging because they aren't by any means capable of hunting yet. They just want somewhere warm and safe to stay away from the horrors that they came from. So they're not doing too bad so far. Nothing has so far tried to attack us, and they're quite comfy in their own little space up here. So at the end of day 2, oh, and I missed some cargo pods, so let's have a quick look at these. Oh, we have some garden tea. Okay, well, as you can tell, I am British, so I will send the colonists out to get that as soon as they wake up. Can never have too much tea. So she can go and pick that up as soon as she wakes up. There's also a nice little peach tree here, so I'm going to set that to harvest, and I'm going to set that as a secondary task for Veritas to do, hopefully on the way back, but we'll see. Okay, Veritas can't do that, so let's have Rosoa. And she can haul some peaches back to our little house. Now hopefully today we will get the fences up and running. Oh, we have a dead lynx also. Interesting. Now let's take a look at these. As you can see, there are extra recipes on here to choose from. I am going to add 2 steaks to the menu. Let's see what we need for kebabs. Okay, it's meat and veg on a stick. Okay. And it gives you a surgical success rate multiplier. Interesting. Well, I'm going to add that anyway because I like variation in food. I'm not too bothered about the other stuff in there at the minute, so I think what we'll do, we'll just set those to... We're going to change this one to do until you have 30, because technically that's 10 per colonist. Having 10 fine meals, 10 lavish meals when they're capable of doing that is fine also, and I'm just going to set these to 10 each for a bit of variation. But I will move those above fine meal and lavish meal just for fun, because I haven't actually used this mod before. I grabbed it earlier today, so we'll see what there is. Veritas is now back to cutting stones, Rosoa is back to planting, and Darble is training the wolf, which is kind of handy, but I am going to set him to haul some more stones. And that should do for today for him. Now the traps I'm going to build in our little alley of death are going to be deadfall traps. I believe I mentioned them previously. They're very similar to how the traps used to be before the recent updates, where you have to plough the material straight back in. So I'm going to make them out of, was it sandstone I said? 1 second, let me just double check. Oh, we have some sandstone chunks, so let's assume it's sandstone. We'll do it with sandstone. Okay, well I can't because there's no actual bricks at the minute. But as soon as they've done that, I will set them. Right, let's clear his prioritised work because he's going to end up being awake stupidly long, and then he's going to have a debuff, which will probably end up in him going psycho and killing the colony, knowing my luck. So he can have a few hours sleep before he gets up to do some more work. If you're watching this, thank you very much for indulging me in my playstyle. This is something new for me and I'm actually really enjoying it. I'm super addicted to Rimworld. I spend a lot of my spare time playing this. And I have multiple scenarios, a lot of them custom made, which I may or may not upload to Steam at some point if you're interested. I seed all of my world, all of the world that I play on the seed Bubble Vixen, for obvious reasons. So if ever you want to play along, then feel free to generate a world based on that. I always do it with 100% coverage too, because I like a lot of choice. So we nearly have all of the crops sown. I did for a second have a mini heart attack because I thought that was blight on my crops already. But it's not, it's obviously just the visual for the wheat plant. Now Veritas is quite happily hammering away at the stone still, and we have some, oh, let me just slow this down a little bit. And we have some sandstone blocks ready for crafting the traps. So if we go into security, we can see the sandstone deadfall traps. So we're going to place a couple of those. I'm going to put one here. Now it's 70 each, so I'm only going to put 3 in for now. That should do. Let's take a look at the ferret Jill. Oh, she's got revenge on the wolves. That's nothing too bad to worry about. As you can see, the spirit wolf has taken care of that without a problem in the world. Now having the spirit wolves, because they're quite strong animals, they can roam the map and they can pretty much take on just about anything on the map, and not suffer too badly from it. It also reduces the need for the colonists to stockpile meat to feed them, while still having some decent sort of defence if needed. And once they're trained up, they can follow you about and help that way. But as you can see, the training isn't great at the minute. There is only Doll, who has completed her obedience training. Butterscotch hasn't, and neither has Chocolata. But that will come with time. For now, it's more important to get the homestead set up. And we can see Darvel being attacked. Now, let me just check. Okay, the priorities have been set to flee when they get attacked, so I'm going to change all of these to attack, because it annoys me that they run away when they're getting hit. So, there we go, we should see him retaliating. He's not doing too great, I don't believe, but he's not dead yet. Come on, Darvel, you can do it! Fight the ferrets! Yay! The crowd goes wild! Darvel wins. So we'll set him to self-tend, and all being well, he will go off and he will tend to his wounds. Just speed it up a little bit so we can see what's going on. Now Darvel hasn't tended to his wounds, annoyingly enough, so let's just check the work priorities. He is the doctor, Rozoa has 5, and so does Veritas. So I'm going to set them all as doctoring just to make my life a little bit easier. We're going to send Veritas over to Darvel and prioritise tending, because that's what our mama would do, taking care of her children in this dangerous world. Darvel is now being tended to nicely. Veritas has gone to get something to eat. And Darvel pretty much, well, usually they would sleep it off, but he's gone for something to eat also. Veritas does seem to be a little bit OCD about cleaning, which is fine, that's great. It should help to prevent disease. daughter Rozoa is obviously quite resourceful because she's quite happy to sit there and build the traps necessary to defend. Darvel's going to go get himself cleaned up. Eventually I would like to have them all with their own bedrooms and their own bathrooms. But at the minute that's not a high priority. They're more than okay just to use the little lake that they've got close to them to keep themselves clean and the hygiene up. So Mama and daughter are having a little chat. I can have a little wander around. Darvel's going to go clean. Veritas is now going to have a wash, and Rozoa is quite happy stargazing. So at this point it's the end of the work day, so I'm going to speed it up a little bit more. And by the time Darvel wakes up in the morning, he should, in theory, he should have healed up a little bit. So I am going to set him to haul a little bit more. No rest for the wicked. We'll just set him to haul 5 to start with. See, Rozoa's already up and on it. She wants her little house to be safe. Now the next thing, once this is secured, we're going to start looking at a research bench. It doesn't need to be anything major at the minute, just somewhere to sit and research. So I'll probably end up putting it either in with a bedroom or at this back area here. Maybe just wall that off a little bit and use that, put a floor down just as a separate area for now before we expand outward. So I will lose a slight bit of the storage area, but that's nothing to worry about. So we'll put a little wall in there. But this time, I think, should we do it out of marble? Just so it's a little bit stronger. We'll stick a marble wall across here. And these old style doors, because I love them. They do have a little door frame that you can put over the top like so. But I don't really want to put anything like that in just yet. Purely because this isn't the final setup. This is literally to start off with, just so they've got what they need to survive and expand. Veritas has had a morning cup of tea. Now, I believe they get a buff with that. Well, she's caffeine, so she's wired, she's more than happy. She's had an energizing cup, so she's got a +5 mood buff, which is really cool. Now, she's going to go build some more of the sandstone deadfall trap, and I'm going to set her to make some more blocks. I believe just to make my life a little bit easier yet again. But we'll set that as a queue task. Now Rozoa is busy hauling granite chunks, which is absolutely fine. Now the food, we're only down to 3 survival meals, so what I'm actually going to get her to do is just to harvest these little berry bushes that we've got going on here. I'll get a little bit of food stocked up. And let's see if there's any more dead animals around. There's plenty of blood, that's for sure. Whether there's any animals about, or if they've been devoured, who knows? We'll have to wait and see. Obviously, failing that, I'll just take one of them out hunting. Or I might take all of them out hunting. Done a better chance of downing something that way, I believe. I'm super tempted to fight this Minmi, but I'm not 100% sure what the health points are like on it. Again, it is a new animal mod pack that I found that adds dinosaurs. Now, how can you not want dinosaurs? I love that we get a nice little description in each of the animal boxes to tell you exactly, well, everything you want to know about the animal. Now, it's not a pack animal, so I'm not too bothered about taming it. There's only 10% chance of it going after me if I attack it. Melee DPS isn't that great, so I think what we're going to do, we're going to go and we're going to take all 3 of them once a little bit later on, and we'll go down and we'll actually attack it and bring it back. Unless the wolves are going to come through for us and bring us some more animals. Now Veritas is quite happy hammering away, but let's get her working on the marble wall. Oh, we only have 75 wood left too, so I'm going to set, just get rid of a few of these trees that have grown a little bit around here, and just keep up with that. It's way too easy to run out of wood when you need it for the generator too. Now see, she's stopping and having something to eat. There, we have our first trap up and running. We still need a few more sandstone blocks for that one though. Now you know what, I'm going to send the girls out and they're going to go hunt while Darvel is hauling stuff backwards and forwards. So we'll have them stand here. I'm not sure what the ranges are. There we go. Just out of range. I'll just wait for her daughter to catch up with her and they'll move forward slightly. Now one of my favourite tricks is to aggro the animal and then run back through here, and the animal will follow, and obviously the traps will kill it. But I want to see again what these weapons are capable of, because I've not actually seen them in action yet. So let's have a look. Oh, just slightly out of range there. He's tormenting us, look. Ah, there we go. Oh, the damage isn't too bad. But they don't give chase, so we'll do that automatically. You know, food is food, I'm afraid, my friend. The girl's gotta eat. I also spy some apples here, so we'll probably get Rosawa to... Oh, I didn't want to do that. We'll get Rosawa to harvest these on the way back. Oh, revenge. Let's get these to run away, get a bit of distance between them. And they're going to fire. And we did it! Excellent. Now I'm going to pause this. The Mimi revenge is sorted. Let's take a look at the Gigantalope. I'm assuming it is the wolves. Now, we could have saved ourselves the hassle of hunting there, but now we know that these bows are actually pretty good. These are the... which ones are they? The Skyfire Hawk bows from the world of Rimcraft, I believe it is. It's obviously a blatant rip-off of World of Warcraft, but it's really, really cool. There's a lot of faction-appropriate weapons. The races, you've got orcs, you've got the Sindorai, the Kaldarai, the trolls. Oh, there's just so much. It adds so much to the game. And I like the fact there's different races. So we are going to send Veritas. We're going to get her to haul them in me. And I'm going to take Rosawa down here and I'm going to get her to harvest the apple trees. So I'll just set that task. Okay, I can't harvest the apple trees, they're not quite ready yet. So I am, in actual fact, going to get her to harvest. I'll just get her to harvest the berry bushes because you can never have enough berries. A little bit more food for the family. That's always nice. Also get her to haul the berries too. How nice. Oh, and I believe she's also going to take a sandstone chunk up there, which is super handy. Now Veritas has gone up and she's cleaning. The lady likes to clean, so she's going to clean up and then she's going to butcher. Davil is doing well, he's still hauling away. But I think we'll get him to prioritise building the wall while his mama cooks a couple of meals up for them. The carrots are growing nicely, as is the wheat. I wasn't going to do anything about that wound, but obviously Veritas cares deeply about all living things, so she's going to go over there and she's going to see to the wolf. So let's take a look at the Gigantalope and we'll set it to haul if it hasn't been taken already. Well, do you know what? Let's send Veritas up to haul that over. She's the mama, she should do the big dangerous work. So with this new mod we have apple trees, peach trees, the berries look really nice actually. I don't see a lot of the normal textures. We have the mushrooms, which I could set them to harvest. Because I believe there's a recipe for mushroom soup too. So Darvel sleeps off his injuries still. These ferrets are pretty mean. We really do need to focus on getting a couple more traps up. Rosetta's relaxing socially, but I'm going to get her to finish working on this last piece of marble wall, just so that area is actually walled off and ready for development tomorrow. So today we've not done too bad. We have been hunting. We've hunted our first dinosaur. Granted, it's a herbivore, so it wasn't too bad. The wolves have again come up with a nice little meal for us. I can't select it while she's carrying it, but ordinarily the gigantelopes, let's have a look. They would give us ordinarily 180 meat, which is it's a pretty beefy amount, and 60 leather, which is heavy fur, which is fantastic for clothing. Now I was giving it some thought about what they could do to earn money, so I figured, because Rimworld's a lot about trading as well and how you're going to prolong the life of your colony. So I thought maybe, because I have oodles of mods, as you can tell, I thought, you know what, let's set up a little guest house with a pub and an eatery and lots of rooms to rent out. Visitors can stay. We'll have a little shop and we'll make clothes. We're going to have a clothing store and a farm shop. What could be more wholesome than that? So Veritas is having an evening cup of tea before she heads off to bed. She's going to go rest. Again, I believe that was another productive day. Nothing too major gone wrong. So we'll see what else Randy can throw at us. He has been, I keep saying it, he has been super kind just recently. I'm expecting him to kick it up a notch soon. We'll probably get some poison rainfall or something. He usually likes to throw that at me on these maps. So we will set Veritas after she's eaten, or doing whatever she's doing. She's standing in the freezer. For whatever reason she might be doing that, I don't know. Oh, she wants some more tea. She's drinking more tea. And her daughter's joining her in a cup. Lovely. So let's get her set to... Oh, she's having another cup of tea. Wow, okay. Maybe she's slightly addicted to this. Let's take a look. No, I think she just likes her caffeine. And another one, my goodness. Let's have a look at her needs. Which she's satisfying. Her recreation. And it's boosting her mood, something chronic. Okay. Fair dues. That's enough, Veritas. I think you've had enough tea for today, to quote Toy Story. Not that I've watched that in many years. I'm so old. So we're going to set her crafting some more sandstone chunks. Rozoa can continue with her little game. Or has she finished that now? She's going to go for a wash, and then we will set her to... Well, we can't build anymore because we've got granite blocks, but no sandstone blocks. Okie dokie. Has Mama delivered? She has 20 more. And we need another 31 blocks. Is she going to haul it anyway? No, she's going to go wash her brother because I believe her brother's incapable at the minute. feel we've got a nice little dynamic going here with this little family. We have a nice plan going on. They've got somewhere safe, they've got plenty of food. Questionable choices there, feeding raw meat to her brother. But there's actually no meal, so that kind of makes sense. Now what's Rosawa's cooking at? It's only at 1. Okay. So when she's finished cheering up her brother, let's set her to build this next trap. We've added that to her queue. Now we'll let Veritas do... Oh, we'll let her do 2 more runs of stone if we have enough. Because that will mean we can have the 3rd trap built. And then we will set her to cooking some meals. I'm also going to get Rosawa to start on crafting the 2nd trap. Well, we almost have enough. We literally need 1 more stone brick. So we'll set Rosawa in her queue to build that next trap, and we'll queue some cooking up for some butchering and then some cooking for Veritas. When the direwolf is finished with the corpse, of course. Being very inconsiderate. Level 9 in construction for Rosawa. What a talented little thing she is. Okay, she's decided to leave off that. Okay, so we'll just queue it back up, I guess. And we'll focus on Veritas now while she's busy doing that. So Veritas is again cleaning before she starts butchering. I love the random mug of tea on the table. Feels like home. Now we'll set her to cooking some meals. Come on, Rosawa, what are you doing? I don't care about your needs. Get these traps built. You can eat and rest later. Now the carrot plants are over half grown, as well, the wheat's not quite halfway yet. Ah, she wants to look after her brother. Okay, she can go clean up the bedpan. Veritas is busy cooking. We'll just speed it up a little bit. It's all basic stuff they're doing at the minute. She's going to grab something to eat. No, she's going to put a roof on. Fair enough, that works too. And now she's going to go finish building the trap. Veritas is having a wash. Now, I believe that is as many meals as we can make at the minute, so we'll do a quick scout around the map again. See if there's any more dead bodies, which I highly doubt. I actually kind of like these. So let's see what these are. A large flightless bird with colourful feathers. They're vegetarians. And they're mounts faster than horses. Okay. They can be ridden into battle. We do have the Giddy Up mod, which is super fun. Obviously you've seen colonists riding around on the mounts. That is thanks to the Giddy Up mod. Oh, and you can use them as pack animals. Okay. So you need a minimum handling skill of 7 to tame. So let's take a look. Do I have any at level 7? I have a level 8 with Davul, but he's recovering. A 6 with Veritas. And a 7 for Rozoa. But I don't want to risk it just yet, just in case. So I think instead, we'll go harvest these little mushrooms that we've got going on. Now I do have a recipe for mushroom soup. I believe it's mushroom soup anyway, so I'm just going to... I know she's busy. I'll leave those as ready to harvest and they can action those as and when they're ready. Let's have a look at the mushroom soup. Okay, we need milk for this, so not possible to do it just yet. But that's okay, we can stick the mushrooms in the freezer and store them for later. Now, Veritas is washing. Is there anything that we can go hunt just for the fun? Actually, do you know what? I think we'll wait a little while before we go hunting. The next port of call will be to... Oh, she can't refuel. Well, she can now while her son's resting. So she can go refuel the generator. And the wall lamp too. Oh, we have some mad bubble lambs. Okay. Sounds scary. So let's see how many we've got. I believe only 1, 2. Okay. Now they're going to head over this way. So I am going to place Veritas at the entrance here. I will also place Rozoa here. We've refused those because I don't want anybody here just yet, because we're not quite ready. So we're going to get these waiting for the bubble lambs to attack. Here they come. So they should hit 1 trap. Done a little bit of damage, but not too much. So I'm just going to slow it down because I can. Now the wolves aren't doing anything because... What are they? Ah! Chocolata to the rescue. That's 1 down. 1 to go. There he comes. Oh, what a terrible shot. It's 1 hit. No! So we'll get them to melee attack. And we'll take another lamb down. Wow. That was nice and easy, I suppose. So we'll get them to haul the bubble lambs back. Now why is she upset? Oh, she's pooping in the open again. Okay, well I suppose I'm going to have to build some toilets at some point, but I want to research the chem fuel so that we can turn bio-waste into chem fuel. Super handy. Okay, we didn't get struck by lightning, that's always a bonus. So we have the bubble lambs in the freezer, ready for chopping up. We're in the shelter of the mountain at the minute. There is a little fire going on there, but it's nothing too major. Veritas is going to go and heal her daughter Rozoa up after those evil bubble lambs bit her. Darvol is chilling in the storm, still with his ferret teeth bite, which seems to be taking forever to heal. But he's quite happy, having a game of horseshoes. Now, who's missing their bow? Ah, it's Rozoa. Okay, well she can pick that up tomorrow when she wakes up. Now, as you can see, these traps were triggered and they haven't automatically reset. So, you can select auto rearm before they were triggered, but I wanted to show you how to do it in case you didn't know already. So you literally click rearm trap. So it's rearm trap, auto rearm, and the colonists will go and they will automatically rearm the traps as and when they're ready. Veritas wants to wash first, which is fine. Ooh, that was close, she nearly got hit. I think she's going to go sleep. Take it easy during the storm. And I think for this episode, should I call it now or should I wait until we have the last trap set up? Okay, I think we'll wait until we have the last deadfall trap set up and the research table built. So we're just going to speed through this last bit again. Darvol is up and about. Now we have this little area here. I am going to choose a floor. Again, it's going to be probably one of the basic ones. Ooh, a transport pod crash. A herbalist named Cameron. Oh, it's a little Ewok. I have the Star Wars race mod as well. A female Ewok, age 23. That's death in 5 hours. She's quite away. I mean, I guess we can try. 10 shooting, 8 plants. She could actually, in 6 medical, she could actually be an asset to the little colony. So, let's think about this. So, Doctor Skills, Darvol is 5. Veritas is 5. So, let's get Darvol. You can mount Doll. And we're going to get him to run down here and try, at least attempt. No reachable, unreserved, non-prisoner bed. Okay, so we're going to unassign this. I'll build another bed shortly. I want to see if we can rescue this colonist. She may well die on the way down. That's not ideal, but it's is a chance that I'm gonna see. Now obviously it's quicker taking a mount to the colonists. I don't think we're gonna get there in time, there and back at least. But we can try. No harm in trying. So let's speed it up already and see if we can get there. Now you know what guys? Already taken 3 hours to get down here. He's vomiting, don't vomit, rescue! Gonna get back in time? Can we do it, you guys? Oh my god! Seriously? Oh, sweet Jesus. Oh my god. And there goes Randy Random. Okay, so we're going to unassign this bed too, and we're going to rescue them both. So, Rozoa, you need to go and rescue your brother. Veritas, you need to go and rescue this camera. So we'll send them both. Luckily, for me, he landed in water. So we have the colonists sorted. We get the brother on the way back. They're both on the way, so can they get back before they get struck by lightning? Oh no, she died. Camric died. Okay. Now, I could be awful and I could be a cannibal, but we're not going to do that because that's just kind of mean. And that's not the tone I want to set for this playthrough. Darble is back. Rozoa is tending to him. Crazy. That was insanely bad luck on my part. But we tried. Randy Random conspired against us. So we're gonna let Veritas do her thing with the cooking. Cooking some mushrooms up, cooking a couple of simple meals. Rozoa will finish that sandstone trap today. Okay, I was going to bury Camric, but it appears that Doll was hungry, so she has decided to eat the dead colonists. Okay. That's one way of keeping the colony clean, I suppose. So we're making milk at the minute. Awesome. Rozoa is quite happily hauling. Well, she's supposed to be. She seems to be going the long way about things at the minute. Veritas is cleaning and chopping blocks. Yeah, Rozoa went the long way because why not, you know? Taking her all day to decide to mount. Oh my god, she failed. Okay, we need more sandstone block. That's just ridiculous. So we'll set those for them to go pick it up. They're just being silly now. You know, I think I'm also going to put a door in here just for ease. I'll put a couple of doors in. We have enough steel, so I'm going to put a couple of steel doors in. Ah, oh, another storm. It hates me. So each one of them can do their last run to take the blocks back before they head to bed. Darvel can go to bed. Oh wow, it's 4 AM for them. She's on her way back. Not quite sure what she's doing though. Oh, she's off to get more. Okay. We have a major break risk for Rozoa. I don't like that, so... Okay, what we'll do, she's tired. Let's set her bed up because I took the beds off them. And we'll set it so she can sleep because she's going to be tired. She's been up all night hauling. So we'll let her sleep till, let's say 1 o'clock. Oh, she's having a tantrum. Okay, we can cope with that. The door's in for ease. Now Veritas has obviously had enough of her kids' bullshit and she's building the trap herself. So Darvel is busy hauling the granite chunks and we're going to set Rozoa, when she wakes up, to chop a little bit more wood. I think that should be okay for now. Ah, the good old wolves again. Killing them for the good of the colony. Oh no, they're coming after us. No, that's not good. Quick, retreat! So you know what? Let's get them to hide in here until after the manhunters have finished. Good old wolves, see? Coming to their defence while we hide. That's one down. Hopefully they'll rescue us against the others. And we'll keep them safe in here. Wait and see if the wolves decide to attack. And they have. Good old wolves. So really, we're going to have a nice stock of meat. So I'm going to send Veritas out to finish her off. I'm going to send Dartball to haul the Gigantalope. Get Doll all fixed up. We're going to get Veritas just to chop and cook a few meals ready for tomorrow. We already have 4 in, but there's nothing wrong with getting a couple more in. There, that should do. She's going to eat something and then she's probably going to go lay down and sleep. There we go. So we're getting there. We have 1 more trap built. Ugh, self-tamed boom rat. I don't like boom rats. They always go boom at the wrong time. So obviously we want this Gigantalope hauled over as well because there's a good amount of meat with it. About this. I think, you know, we'll just have to slaughter it. We'll wait for it to get a bit closer to the colony. I'll send someone out to kill it. And Veritas. There we go. We'll allow that for carrying back and putting into the freezer to stock for the meat. The traps are reset. We've got some cooking going on, we've got some more food. So let's kind of try and prioritise getting this research table up and running. It's taken far longer than I wanted it to. Now what floor should we have? Okay, let's just go for this basic wood floor. Super simple, but it does the job. And that's all I really want at the minute, something quick and easy. Generator's okay at the minute. Failed the training of the animals, rude. Okay, so we have that down. So let's get the research table up and running. Let's go for a marble research table just to be a little bit different. Now I'm going to put it in this corner to start with. And then we're going to mine out these around it, I think, just to give a little bit more space. Now we have 553 steel, which is more than enough at the minute, so I'm also going to add... Oh, a mad ruffle. Is it just the one? Okay, it's not going too quickly, so we should, in theory, be able to cope with that with a trap. In theory. Oh, I forgot about storage for these. Okay. So we've got 60 days worth. Okay. We have a milling stone. So let's make a sandstone milling stone. We'll get that down ready. And she can grind the wheat into flour then. A caravan from the Alliance is approaching. They are a slaver. They will hang around the colony for a few days before leaving. You can attack them, but this will anger their faction. Okay, so here's a slaver caravan heading towards us. Interesting. Now I could buy the slaves and set them free, but I don't actually have a huge amount of items to trade just yet. Where's this dam to ruffle? Do I have time to head over and grab this gigantelope? I think I do, you know. So let's haul that out. And I'll get Rosawa to haul the boom rat. Speed things up a little bit because I have no patience. And this, my friends, is where we shall leave it for tonight. Thank you again for watching, and hopefully you will join me again tomorrow, or as soon as I get back on. Can't promise tomorrow, but I will try my best. So we've got a nice little stock of food going on, we've got some areas planted, we've got our basic defences set up, we have the wolves quite happy, and we almost have a research table. So we're getting there, slowly but surely. It will get better, and we'll get quicker, obviously, the better the colonists get, and the more people we manage to recruit. So I shall see you next time. Thank you very much for watching.